Hello everyone, welcome back to Book Club Preview, and this is the last video for the Spiderwick Chronicles. This has been a long journey through 5 books, I think, and finally we're at the very end. And this is a beautiful, beautiful end to a really wonderful series. And this is the epilogue of the Wrath of Mulgarath, and really the whole Spiderwick Chronicles. So the Grace kids are with Aunt Lucinda in the office, just sorting through papers, cleaning things up. Jared is kind of by one leg, Simon's by the other. Their mom is pouring tea, and things are back to normal. Well, except Hogsqueal is playing checkers with Thimbletack, and Thimbletack is kind of injured. And so they're still there. And yeah, there's still fairies around and everything else. So it's not quite normal, but it's at least peaceful. And we discover that it's been 3 weeks since everything has gone on. Their mother went to get Lucinda out of the mental hospital, and so Aunt Lucinda lives with them now. They cleaned up the floor. After they defeated Mulgarath, they had to walk back home. When they got home, they just fell asleep on a pile of fluff and blankets. When Jared woke up, he found his mom cleaning, and they had a really big hug, and she said sorry. Jared got expelled from school, so they couldn't solve that problem. But Jared's mom put Simon and Jared into a private school. Mallory's still going to the same school because she wants to be a fencer. And yeah, I think that's it. As they're cleaning up back into the office, a breeze comes through and blows some of the papers. And everyone's like, did you open the window? No. And then this oak leaf comes and lands right in front of Jared. He looks at it and says, "Come see us tonight." And Jared's like, "Oh, the elves, I need to bring them the book." But Simon says, "I'm coming." Mallory says, "I'm coming." Mom says, "I'm coming." And Aunt Lucinda says, "Well, I'm coming." And Hogsqueal says, "Don't forget me." And Thimbletack says, "I'm going too." And so all of the family go out to see the elves. And they go back to the grove. And when they go back to the grove, there's so many different elves hanging out and lights sparkling around them and in the middle of the night. And they all kind of walk there, and it's, whoa. It's not actually a party, but there's just so many different fairy people there to watch and see what happens. So the 3 main elves come out, and they just talk with Jared, and Jared says, "Here's the book, I'm so sorry." And the elves say, "You know what? You can keep the book. We can see that you are good humans, and this information can be used well." And they also say that if you didn't bring the book, we would have kept Simon here forever. And Simon's like, "Ah!" But they made a good choice, and so they say thank you, and they say also, "You defeated Mulgarath, so what kind of prize, what kind of boon would you like?" Hogsqueal says, "I want a boon. I'm the one that killed Mulgarath." And he says, "I would like a medal, I would like a feast in my name, and I would like," he starts listing all these things, and the elf's like, okay, we'll think about it. But then they also ask the children, "What do you guys want for doing us such a wonderful favor?" And they talk about it, and they think, and they say, "We would like Arthur Spiderwick to have the choice to stay with you guys or to come out and be with his family." And it's just a choice, right? Arthur gets to choose. So the elves say, "We thought you would choose that." And here he is. And so Arthur Spiderwick comes out on Byron. He's riding Byron. And he sees the other Grace children. They talk a little bit. He gets introduced to them. And then he realizes Lucinda, his daughter. And she's so old, and they talk, and maybe they hug, and then he says, okay, well, it's time for me to go. And he whispers something in Lucinda's ear, and he steps on the dirt. He steps on the earth and turns to dust and blows away. And Jared thinks Lucinda's gonna cry, but she's not crying. And then they get together and they say, let's go home. And that's how the book ends. If you look at the last few pages, there is a little poem, like every book, about the story where Thimbletack is like, oh, it's a little sad because the dad left, but it's okay. And then Thimbletack also says, what will happen next? And that is the end of our series. Vocabulary. The first one is bickering. The goblins aren't an army anymore. They are back in small circles, fighting with each other, arguing with each other. Bickering means like argue or small fighting. You said this. No, you said this. Mom, he said this. Mom, she did that. This kind of bickering. Miraculous. Miraculous is like a miracle. So, Aunt Lucinda had been cursed with Mulgarath's magic. Her body was kind of hurt, but since Mulgarath died, she was miraculously healed. Still old, still hurting, still needs to use a cane, but she was healed. Camouflage means that something is wearing clothes or has skin that makes it so you can't see it very well. If you think about a chameleon can change its skin color to match whatever it's touching. That is called camouflage. Inquisitive means asking questions, wanting to discover things, being curious. Adept means having a skill or an ability. So the Grace children were very adept at surviving this dangerous situation. And of course, my last discussion question for this book series is, do you think Arthur made the right choice? He was free, he could do anything, and he decided to just say goodbye, to touch the earth and die, or go wherever. I don't know. Do you think that was the right decision? What would you have done? Of course, please write your last discussion question. And really, you can write anything you want about the whole entire series. Of course, it could be about this last epilogue, but because this is the last video in the whole series, you can just really ask whatever question you want. That is all the time that we have for today. Thank you so much for joining me through this whole series of the Spiderwick Chronicles. I hope to see you soon, where we can just wrap up and finish a wonderful book series. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye. Hey, if you have any questions about the video today, please feel free to leave a comment in the comment section. If you had any other vocabulary words that you wanted to know what they meant, let me know. And also, if you're interested in maybe joining one of these book clubs, please leave a comment and I'll get back to you. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.